Right, mate, just relax for a sec.
Keeps me going.
Don't get too
Do I
close.
sit down?
No, stand up here.
Ah, okay.
Stand up and grow good.
I'm going first,
This is
right?
too much. Too much. Okay.
Right.
Where's your suitcase, Stan?
Suitcase.
I've got a few little trinkets here, but I'm just going to call Stan a genius, right? Because if I wasn't a Stan, we wouldn't be here, right? He's the genius behind all this.
Bullshit.
And now I've got an acrostic poem. I'm pretty crap at these, but my children are pretty good at these. G is for grinder. Yeah, not that sort of grinder, get that out of here, guys. This is a pepper grinder, obviously. Now, do you know why this is getting presented to Stan?
No.
Well, if you've been eating with this bloke for 30 odd years or whatever, he loves pepper. And bloody lots of it. And everyone can attest that he's probably seen him eat. It goes everywhere and it runs out. So this has got to be right. And mate, there's even some spare. So there you go. Okay, the next one. Impressive, but it's the early years conference back in 1996. This is when Stan and I had this little brain up. Look what I found, a little treasure.
Oh my God.
Stan photocopied 50 of the middle, junior and senior level. This was the middle level. This was our starting path to making a couple of bucks. Look at that, mate, collector's item. That's it. Early years conference set us all
Hogan in there?
Stan was working for the Coldwell School Support Centre, photocopied straight on government funds. One of them talk about how I got there from Kennington. I actually went there on a junket. My boss paid for the stand. I suppose I owed Kennington a few bucks too. Where are we? New. Right, G-E-N. New idea. And look at that. There it is, the very first.
Oh wow.
Look at that, we were so proud. That's the yellow one. I've got, they're all three are there, mate. Yeah, look at that artwork. John.
Beautiful. Shit's all over your stuff.
I don't know about that. That's the new idea in print. Walker Printing. Daryl, Judy.
Better printers than you blokes.
Get a haircut.
Don't take that shit. Pay out on him
Okay,
later.
now next, the eye. Okay, inventive. Stan was he's very inventive. Now have a look at that.
Oh shit.
We don't want to get
Gun.
any personal.
I told Dave, so he came and goes, is that a didgeridoo? Stan, can you explain what
That's the noise you make.
It's forgotten.
I had forgotten.
This, I think,
Spud gun, isn't it?
when we're doing strapping some
Oh,
pallets,
right.
you've got to
Yeah.
slide and but that's one of Stan's inventions. How good's that? That could be gotcha.
Hey, will that cost us as much as we've paid on trademarks to get that patent?
Probably not. That's one of Stan's inventions. He had a lot of inventions in his time, but that's probably one of the best ones I've seen.
Hey, that's the best
For you, G-E-N-I-U, understated dress. Now he's outdone himself tonight. I've got a couple of photos here. Stan, you'll recognise this one. Can you see that? It's actually Stan standing next to lovely ladies. Whereabouts, mate? Whereabouts are we? Where are we? Before I into the US, Stan didn't bring a tie. We had a meeting. I said, mate, you've got to get a tie.
Turn around a bit, Don.
So we were staying at the Hilton, believe it or not, because the only accommodation we could get, no one else would have us. Everything was booked out. We shared a room. Beautiful. Anyway,
So what they use that?
so mate, come on, we've got to get tight. So we go downstairs into this shop under the Hilton, and these two birds go, how can we help you, lads? He said, I've got to get a tie from a business partner. Buy one, get one free. Stan goes, I only want one. Buy one, get one free. But I only want one. Now the story goes, you had to get 2 ties. That is right. So there you go. And
Here's the 2 ties.
He only owns 2 toys.
well, there you go, mate. Good trick. There you go. Put 2 ties in it. Now, here's another stand. You probably can't really see it there. Another trip. Can you see Stan?
Hang on.
He's got it.
Remind me of this one. Ha!
Yes. Pass them around. Pass around. Stan, what's that one bit?
Ah, well, we're in Dubai, and if you've ever been in Dubai, you just go for miles. The airport is so big, it's a city within itself. So we hopped on this bus, and it was happened to be St Patrick's Day. That's why the green and black Guinness t-shirt. And here I am. I know that bloke down there. And I said, Eddie, I've got to go down and just chat to this bloke. And so I went down to this bloke and I said, we're on this bus going from one terminal to somewhere else. And this bloke said, I said to this bloke, you wouldn't be Jim Owen, would you? And he said, why would you ask? Oh, you just look like him. Anyhow, that was about the basis of the conversation, and because I didn't want to bloody annoy him. They were sort of get such shit all the time. Anyhow, so I said, where are you playing? You know, and he said, we were flying into Birmingham, and he said, oh no, I'm not playing in Birmingham. I'm playing out of town about 60 kilometres and that sort of thing. So we couldn't go there, but he did economy class in style. He bought 3 economy seats, and he was just as Jim Owen would do.
Thanks, mate. So anyway, just if you've seen those photos, that's Stan. Beautiful press. Hi, Stan. Yeah, where are we up to? Strapping gear. Yeah, S strapping gear. How about that, mate?
Lunatics.
Took us about 40 years to learn how to do this bloody thing, and 7 rooms, it's taken me a while too. And there's some little clips on it just in case. You might need to strap something on the bike. That's still going. You fixed it up. Stan did fix this. It wasn't rude, but anyway, it's fixed it up. So there you go, mate. There's the one. And. Hey, Jenny knows all about this. And Fiona, that is the Kluzek.
And I'd fix up the ways for
So there we go. No, I think that's it. Yeah, fine. Although I did have one more thing. This is nothing to do with Genius. Alright? Stan, this is our second order we ever got.
Oh, great.
The first one's that fade, you can't see it. I've laminated that, mate. You can have that. The very first second order we ever got, Joan actually would have received this in the post. And guess where it's from, Phil? Coldwell Primary School. Success story, Queenscliff Primary School. And the bloke's name was, might be related, Marlon, his name was Darren Jones.
Oh, cousin.
Relation, cousin? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, Paul Jones, sorry, there you go.
Oh, nephew.
Never heard of him.
Well, actually, it's a horse nephew.
They bought, we sold these in packs of 20. We were ahead of our time, we should have stuck to that. They bought 2 packs of, so that was 40, another 40 and 20. Total order, $264. Away we go. That's our second order. And we didn't have any middle or senior cricket.
Yeah.
So we didn't get
I'll have you know they only had like 30 students last year, but they're building.
Numbers have dropped.
They're building. Yeah.
Now I can read it.
All right, that's it. So that's it from me. I just want to say thanks, mate.
Oh, that was great, Andy.
this is a belated retirement because I've been retired since.
I've been retired a long time. I just used to sit at the computer. Oh, what are you doing, Stan? Oh, just checking the website. Just bullshit there, that sort of thing. But what was it, Andy, when you were first teaching at Kennington, you said something about if we sell this much, I'm smashing it. It wasn't if we sell 1,000 books, I'm smashing it. Anyhow, yeah, so very good. Look, I've got some, yeah, I'm glad you came up with that. Did you recognise it when I had it on?
Well, I did see the photo.
But
What's the other one?
yeah, well, I argued with that woman about the age you said. Anyhow, glasses on me because I don't remember reading this. Yeah. No, I'm standing before a group of people that with a twist of fate I would not have ever known. And so, in a lot of ways, I'm blessed with that. Because isn't life about chance, luck, random events, and that sort of thing? For instance, I was reflecting on this. My father was forced out of his country during World War II and never able to return to his country because it became part of the communist bloc. He married a girl who grew up in Scotland and then migrated to Australia because of the lack of opportunities in Britain. So my father's misfortune in not being able to return to his home country would inevitably shape my future fortune. Good fortune, because I grew up. I wanted to be a vet. You know, I grew up with farm animals and that sort of thing. But in my days, you know, you needed a lot of money for that. So the lesser option was that, and like Andy, we ended up with a studentship and we went to Teachers College. Once we qualified for teaching, well, we just were in the luck of the gods as far as where we got placed, and continued that way for about 20 years. You had this application for where you put down about 10 schools that you call it. Oh yeah. Oh fuck no. So anyhow, but if someone higher than you on the classified role applied for the same school, you didn't get it. So you pushed down the list. So it was a lottery. It was very much a lottery. And why I'm saying this is that in that process of lottery, somewhere along the road, I connected with this fella, and we shared common ideas and that sort of thing. We were in a rural school, and you know, a twist of fate. If I'd been somewhere else on that role, would never have met this bloke. So things would have turned out quite differently for both of us, probably. So, you know, it's a partnership that is defined by luck, but also defined by hard work and that sort of thing. So it's not just about, you know, hard work. That's what I'm trying to say. It's magic.
magic. When we first started this idea, that very rudimentary book that Andy showed before, you know, we took that to publishers like Oxford University Press, blah blah blah. They weren't interested. Got a good idea here. So again, what they missed out on, we capitalised on, and we said, "Oh, what do you do to be a publisher?" Right? Okay. And there were a few hiccups. There were people that would say, "You spelt this word wrong," and we'd blame the printers all the time. But yeah, and so we became the publisher. So that's a little bit of magic too. So what I'm trying to say to you is that there's chance encounters, magic, and luck in all of our destinies and that sort of thing. And I hope our luck and our magic has made some children who were reluctant readers a little bit better, a bit more informed with their reading, or given parents some sort of basis to help their children with reading. Our idea was unique, and we didn't really realise that until we started travelling to a few more countries and just did not see anything like it. It was so simple. It was waiting to be made, and that's the magic again, that myself and Andy put it together and made it. So, and it hadn't been done anywhere else. Now we've got competitors jumped on the bandwagon, and like I've always said, it's very hard to protect intellectual property. So I suppose in summary, it's I'm getting a bit philosophical here, but we all have a legacy that we leave behind. Mine won't be children or anything like that, you know, because I haven't had any of my own children. But I hope that I've had a positive learning effect on children that I've taught, students that I've taught, and in turn empowering them to opportunities. Through this business, and thankfully with Andy, engendering a love of reading, which again is empowerment. I hope I've influenced my peers, good and bad, you know, in whatever way, whether they think he drinks too much. No, not really. Travelled and met some great people. Along the way. That's not to say I don't value the people that have been from my beginning to now. Like likes of this bloke over in the corner. I grew up with Darryl Bell, just one Bonza bloke, and we've sort of reconnected a fair bit lately because we're both retired. Lazy bastards and don't get out of bed until 10:30 in the morning. Had lots of laughs along the way, I hope. And I think that's the essence of what your spirit is, or your soul, what you leave behind in some way. You know, it might be children, it might be the influence you've had on kids or whatever, as long as it's a positive one. That's all
For me, Stan, it'd be your Triumph Sprint, but that's enough.
Thank you very much, Andy, for putting up with me. Thank you for the people that have fed me, drawn pictures for me, spent ages printing shit. Or whatever, you know, and work for us and that sort of thing. Yeah, the people that have worked for us have been fantastic. Yeah, that's all I've got to say.
All good.
I hope